Giannis Antetokounmpo's recent statement about leaving the Milwaukee Bucks leaves the NBA world in absolute shock, and specifically Bucks fans. And look, if I was a Buck fan, I would be absolutely panicking, because to me, this is a warning that says if the Bucks don't accommodate to Giannis and building that championship team, he's just going to leave. And look, it's fair enough, because when you look at recent stars in the past, such as LeBron, Kevin Garnett, Shaq, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant tried to leave the Lakers, it's very rare that one player stays at a one franchise for the rest of their career, for the entire career. In fact, Giannis has said in the past that he aims to live up to guys like Dirk, Tim Duncan, and Kobe and remain a one franchise player. But despite that, I think now with what is being put out with the ESPN article, Giannis on that 85-degree podcast saying that if they don't build a championship team, there's no real reason for him to remain a Buck, it makes sense that he would want to leave now in the prime of his career, especially if they don't look at re-signing Jrue Holiday, who is Giannis's championship point guard. I'll read out a quote to you that I did find off this article from ESPN, and it is real, and this is Giannis speaking. He says, "Next summer, it would make more sense for both parties. Even then, I don't know," Antetokounmpo said, about signing an extension. "I would not be the best version of myself if everybody was on the same page. Everybody's going for a championship. Everybody's going to sacrifice time away from their family like I do. And if I don't feel that, I'm not going to sign." Therefore, what I dictate off this quote is, if the Milwaukee Bucks suggested to go a different route besides Chris Middleton, Lopez, Holiday, Giannis, and he didn't feel that, that cohesion that they did in that championship year, there's no reason for why he would want to stay instead of competing for more championships. Because look, this is a make or break season, I think, for the Bucks, and next offseason is going to be a make or break for them in terms of who they want to keep around. Will Jrue Holiday remain a Buck? Will Chris Middleton, despite declining a tiny bit? Or will they go a different route and perhaps make a bold move for a guy that I think could potentially go there? But with that being said, there is a rumor going around, or not even a rumor, there's a fact going around. Bobby Marks suggests that there's a mystery team in the Eastern Conference who are making a play for Damian Lillard. I don't know, when I look at the Bucks and I see them going back and forth with them re-signing Jrue Holiday, it makes sense for why they would want to make a deal for Damian Lillard, especially if they want to keep Giannis around long term. Heck, Dame has suggested that if there was anybody in the league he would want to team up with, it would be Giannis.
I mean, I would say just the dominance, somebody that's, going to get to the rim. He's a good playmaker, a good defender, disruptive, and the way he plays complements the way I play.
I think this potentially could be on the horizon. I mean, you give up a first-round pick, you give up Marjon Beauchamp, and you give up Jrue Holiday. I think that's enough to get a guy like Damian Lillard. And I know Dame is solely focused on getting to Miami, but if you're looking at the Bucks and you've got bounced from the Eastern Conference Finals by the Miami Heat 2 times now, you would think that you would want to make a play for Dame Lillard and ruin Pat Riley and the Miami Heat organization's chances of going back to the finals and getting Damian Lillard. Milwaukee don't usually get big name free agents. I mean, everybody that they've got through just being smart. I mean, they drafted Giannis, they took a risk on Giannis, they traded for Jrue Holiday, they got Chris Middleton and they developed him. Remember, this guy was back in the G League for the Pistons, made him a key piece. Brook Lopez got hated on before he was a Milwaukee Bucks by my Los Angeles Lakers. Now he's one of the best big men in the league, going back to his days with the Brooklyn Nets. So if they got Dame, I don't think anybody in the East would be able to compete with a Dame and Giannis duo. I'll read out a quote now from Bobby Marks about Jrue Holiday's, fit with the Bucks organization right now and what it kind of means moving forward. He says, "I would be concerned based on what happens with Jrue Holiday. I think that's going to be the X factor and what I'm going to keep an eye on. Holiday is extension eligible February 22nd and potentially could be a free agent next year. What does Milwaukee do with him? If they lose him, they are going to be in big trouble." In the end, Giannis' decision regarding his contract extension will likely depend on the Bucks' ability to show that they are committed to assembling a championship caliber roster. The front office moves in the offseason and their ability to retain or replace key players like Jrue Holiday will play a significant role in Giannis' future there. And although I do think Giannis, obviously, yes, he wants Jrue Holiday to remain a Buck because that is his championship point guard that he played with and went to war with and won a ring with. But at the same time, if you're the Bucks, I don't think Giannis is going to be scratching his head and thinking, why did we go after Dame? After all, it is Damian Lillard, a top 2-point guard in the league. It's 100% worth the risk. You get 2 superstars and you still have Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. You got a hell of a championship team there. I think that they should make that move if they are the mystery team. Do I think it will happen? No, I think Dame will get his wish granted, and I think he will become a member of the Miami Heat. And I do think that team will go very far if he does get there. But yeah, I don't think Giannis is really reluctant to leave. I think it's not so much that he wants to leave Milwaukee, it's a warning. He doesn't want to start fresh. He doesn't want to rebuild. He wants to continue to compete for championships. And he doesn't want to get rid of guys like Drew yet. I don't think Giannis is really necessarily reluctant to leave the Bucks. It's more so a trigger warning suggesting he's not down to rebuild and take a step back. Otherwise, he may as well go to another team that is all in on a championship, as it could have a significant impact on the league's balance of power, I guess. I mean, these are 2 marquee players we're talking about in Dame and Giannis, and they hold significant weight, I guess, on the open market with players available. James Harden's there, but I feel like the story of his career, he's not a winning player, and these 2 could be shapeshifters for who wins the championship. So with all further ado, I just wanted to jump on the mic, have a quick discussion with you guys. I want you guys in the comment section down below, spam me up what you guys think. Will Giannis stay a Milwaukee Buck, or will he end up somewhere else? And with all further ado, it's been Marks from the Bench Mob. We've appreciated having you guys on the channel today. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, sub, comment, rate, share, whatever you got to do. Here's a jersey promo at 1K. But without further ado, stay ballin' out, guys. This is Marks from the Bench Mob, and we'll see you guys next time. We out, baby. Woo.